Sharon, could you come down here a minute, please? Could you come down here, please? I'd like a word.
I am here, you know.
In private.
I love you.
I love you too. Vicky, I'm going to go over there.
No, Dad said we were to stay here.
Darling, it's driving me mad just sat around here wondering what's going on.
I don't think we should...
Darling, 5 minutes, that's all, and then we'll be back.
Right. Yeah, I'll survive. Come on, Vicky. Let's go. Go away.
I need to see her.
What part of go away don't you understand?
Sharon. Sharon, are you in there?
Oh, he's got some nerve.
Sharon. Sharon, I just need to know you're okay. Come on! Sharon.
Maybe I should go.
Sharon, please.
It's up to you. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe you should see what he's done to
You
you.
don't have to do this. Wait, I'll go away. I just need to hear it from you. Sharon!
She doesn't want to know.
Sharon. Sharon, are you okay? Sharon, please.
What did you say to him? You can tell me. We told each other everything.
Told you everything, did he?
Yes.
Well, I can't believe he told you all the really nasty stuff.
Well, he did.
He killed Dalton.
Sharon? Sharon!
What? You okay? Did you go to the hospital? Did you get it checked? Sharon, say something. Please.
Murderer.
So he told you then? Said he would.
You killed Jack Dalton. I know it was you.
Then what are you doing here?
Because I want to see the words coming out of your mouth. I want you to say it. I want you to say it to me.
Yeah. I killed him.
Who are you? Who am I looking at?
I'm a murderer, darling. Just like your old man said. That's it. See yourself out. Still here?
Don't you dare dismiss me. Don't you dare walk away from me like it's nothing.
What good's this gonna do, eh? Raking it up, it's done. What does it matter?
It matters to me. All night it's been going through my head.
Just the one night. I've had it months.
All the details. Everything falling into place. You setting me up as an alibi. You hiding your clothes. What was on him?
What do you think?
You told me he was the first person to treat you like family, a father figure. I thought you'd lost someone the same way I lost Dad. I felt sorry for you.
Well, you shouldn't have bothered.
You were working me. You took my sympathy, you lapped it up, and all the time you were just working me.
What did you want me to say, eh? I'm sorry if my conversation's not up to speed today, but I just put a hole in someone's face.
But how could you do that and look me in the eye? Tell me that you love me, knowing what you know.
I could and I did. But then again, I'd do anything to get my leg over, wouldn't I?
You killed Jack Dalton. You go for Dad. I mean, what would have happened to him if you hadn't been held back?
Judging by past performance, I'd say use your imagination.
What is wrong with you? Why do you hate him so much?
I'm an ungrateful son.
I was in love with you! Your Dad's right about you, isn't he? You're a worthless user. You can't have anyone because you hate yourself.
Bang on the money, your dad, ain't he?
You're a cold-blooded, brutal, mindless thug.
He wanted me dead.
Who?
Jack, of course. Which one of my fathers do you think I meant?
No, you're just trying to twist it around.
They'd not tell you that bit. Funny, he knows all about it. You want to rake this up? Fine, let's do it. He wanted me dead.
Why?
How should I know? Eh? There was nothing on the telly, he was bored. First I knew about it was when Phil rocked up holding a gun. They'd not tell you that bit either. Oh, you've got to love him, haven't you? He's very selective in his truth-telling. He should go into politics.
Phil had nothing to do with this.
He sent his brief down the neck when I got pulled. Someone to sit in with me. Stop me from saying something stupid, fessing up. Did that out of the goodness of his heart,
He
did he?
did that for me! He sent Marcus to help you!
He did it to cover his back.
You're lying. All you've ever tried to do is destroy his life. You're lying.
He owed Jack a favour. Jack called it in. That favour was me. Oh, do you think I just killed a man for the fun of it? Something to put on my CV? Yeah, I reckon you did.
Phil'd never do that. It's not his style.
But it's mine.
He'd never do that. No matter what he thought of you, he'd never do that.
Wouldn't he? Well, he had me pretty convinced. I've never had to talk so fast in my life. We made a deal.
What deal?
Instead of him killing me, I killed Jack.
The way you say it.
Right, do you want me to wrap it up a bit prettier? We went for a nature ramble in the woods and only one of us came back.
You knew what you were going to do, and that makes it worse.
Since he has had much of a choice.
Yes, you did. There's always a choice. You should have just gone.
Gone where?
Anywhere.
I just got here.
Yes, living with us. Me and Vicky, as if everything was normal.
How else was I supposed to live?
She looks up to you. She hero worships you. Well, some hero. And me, well...
And you?
I feel sick at myself for letting you...
Letting me what? I don't remember you screaming at me to stop. In fact, quite the opposite.
Could have just gone.
But I had something really important to tell you, didn't I, Sharon? If I'd have just gone, we wouldn't have had a row where you told me I was just like your dad and I'd wind up dead too. And if I'd have just gone, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that he wasn't really dead. How do you think I found out about that, Sharon? How do you really think I found out about that?
You were told.
What? Me and Jack just sat down over a couple of brandies, chewing the fat, and he let that one slip.
He was in trouble and he wanted you to help him. That's what you said. He was in trouble.
Well, he was in trouble, wasn't he? He was looking down the business end of a barrel with me at the trigger. I call that trouble. Things falling into place for you, Sharon, are they? Well, let's see if we can make them fall a little harder and faster. Den got to come home because of what I did. You got your dad back because this worthless user did a murder.
Tell me you didn't mean to do it. Tell me it was a mistake.
Who do you want to make this better for? Me or you? Den?
There was a struggle. The gun went off by accident.
But it didn't. We're not even in court and you're already trying to turn it into manslaughter. It's murder. There's no way of making it any better. I go there, hold the gun on him, make him drive somewhere with it pressed at the base of his neck, sounding like I didn't mean it so far.
Shut up.
Him talking all the time, like we're going out for a stroll instead of somewhere quiet where I can kill him and get away with it.
Please, Dennis, don't.
And all the way there I'm thinking, I'm really going to have to do this. I've never even fired a gun before, but I'm really going to have to do this. And then there's no going back. I don't have a choice.
There's always a choice.
But there isn't. I get him by the railway tracks. Him going on at me, chipping away. Because he knows things about me, Jack does. And I make him turn round so he's facing me. And he dares me to do it. He says, go on then. And I can't. My hand is shaking. My whole arm is shaking. I'm trying to hold the gun on him, all of a sudden it weighs a ton.
I don't want to hear this.
And he laughs at me. Says I've gone soft. I haven't got the killer instinct. And then he starts in on you. And how it was him that sorted out Den. And in that moment I think everything could have been so different. And I tell him who Den was to me. And my hand stops shaking and he panics. And the train goes past, the lights from it. I could see his eyes. And he is petrified. I mean, he's begging for his love.
Shut up, Dennis.
And then he tells me everything. And he says, that's got to make a difference. And I say, no, don't. And I shoot him.
Why are you telling me this?
So you know what I've done? So you know everything? So you know who I am? Why don't you want to hear what I've done, Sharon?
Because I was in love with you and I don't understand why you did it.
He'd have killed me. I weren't having it. End of.
No, it isn't. There is never an end of. It just goes on and on. And I hate that world. I hate it so much. And I thought you were out of it, but you're not. You are part of it.
I swear to you, I didn't know you were there. I felt a hand on my shoulder and I turned round and hit him, but I swear to you, I didn't know it was you. What were you doing there?
I came to get you. You could have let him go. You didn't have to kill him.
This Jack Dalton we're talking about. It's not like the mourners were lying in the streets chucking flowers at the hearse.
It's still alive.
He was a sick human being. Do you know the things he did? You don't know the half of it. Why are you cutting your heart out for him?
I don't care about him. I care about you, what it's done to you, what this has made you.
Not exactly how you think your life's going to crack on, is it? What are you going to be when you grow up? Please, miss, I'm going to be a murderer. I don't want to be, but that's what I'm going to be. So I know what it's made me. You know, perhaps right from the start when I first met Jack, I wasn't hardly 16. But I always knew he was going to send someone to kill me, and I always knew I was going to have to kill him just to be rid of him.
You didn't have to kill him, Dennis.
He'd have killed me, Sharon. I didn't want to be dead. There was a time I wouldn't have been too fussed, but... How quiet it was straight after. Stood there, what felt like ages, just staring at him. His eyes were open. He looked surprised. And I had this really clear thought that whatever else I am, whatever else I could be, I'm always going to be that second and this first. A murderer. Everything I do from now on is always going to be about this.
Including me.
Well, it is now, isn't it? I didn't know what to do with myself. I had to make myself walk away. I couldn't remember which direction I'd come from, where the car was. Thought I'm going to have to go back and ask him, but I can't, because he's dead, because I killed him. I find the car finally, and just about remember how to drive. And I start worrying about the person that's got to find him. I think maybe I should go back there, you know, cover his face up with some leaves or something so they don't have to see it. But I can't remember where I've left him. And anyway, I've got to get home and hide the gun and act like everything's normal. But nothing's ever going to be normal again, is it? Nothing's ever going to be ordinary. And then they find Jack. And it all kicks off, doesn't it? On the telly and the papers. And all I can think about is the person that had to find him. Someone out walking their dog. I hope they're alright. But how can they be? How can anything be alright after this? And I want to find them, you know, this person with their dog. I want to ring them or write to them and tell them I'm sorry for giving them nightmares. I mean, I see it, but they shouldn't have to. They haven't done anything wrong. I dream about him sometimes. In his coffin, rotting. What his skull's gonna look like with the hole in it that I put there, no one else, me. And then I wake up in a cold sweat, and he ain't in his coffin no more. He's in the corner of the room in my chair, looking just how he did when I left him, a leaf on his shoe, mud in his coat. And he smiles at me and he says, I got you wrong, Dennis. You have got it in you. Killer. You ain't never gonna be rid of me now, boy. Not never. I'm shaving in the morning. And I look in the mirror and there's this mark on me. No one else can see it, but I can. Living like everything's normal, you reckon? And then there's Vicky jumping up at me like a puppy and I want to shout at her. I want to get her away from me. Why can't she see what I've done? And you? You couldn't see it, but now you can. And you were right. I did have a choice, him or me, and I chose me. So I know what I am. I know what I've done. I didn't want to do it, but I did. I didn't want to kill him, but I did. And I live with it, and it doesn't go away. Every day it's there with me. I am what I have done. Cold-blooded. Brutal, thug, yeah, all right, but mindless, nah, because this don't stop ticking. It never stops.
Doesn't know I'm here.
Taking a bit of a risk, aren't you? Sneaking out without his say so he might stop your pocket money. Take away the club. I heard you got it back. So much for letting things go.
You were supposed to let things go too. You promised me that no matter what anybody said, you'd let it go and walk away and come home to me. Even if it was Dad. Especially if it was Dad.
Who's saying he came out with anything new? Perhaps it was just his face getting on my nerves.
You promised. We made promises to each other.
Yeah, but they're just words, aren't they?
I'd given everything up for you. Everything that mattered. Told him.
Well, he had everything to play for then, didn't he? Why are you here?
Because I had things to say to you that were nothing to do with him. That were to do with us. Private. When did you tell him all of this? You keep saying you knew all of it, but when did you tell him?
What did he say?
That he'd known long enough.
Was that it? Economical. Pretty much straight away. Bit of personal stuff, big mistake. Then waded straight on in there with a serious crime.
But it can't have been straight away. You only met in the flat for the first time.
Well, that's what we wanted you to think. It's called keeping up the pretense for the girls. No, we met before that. He doesn't want to know, hasn't from the start. Couldn't give a toss.
That's not true.
And the feeling's mutual.
And I know that's not true.
Bang your head against the brick wall long enough. Feels great when you stop.
If I'd known something of what was going on,
Now work it out, Sharon. I didn't want you knowing that, or Vicky. I was going to tell you, but only so you can. That night in the Vic, I was going to come home and tell you about me and Dalton. If I got out there alive.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Just ignore me, I'm talking rubbish, I'm tired.
You're working with Andy.
It's what I'm used to, I'm good at it.
Beating people up for money.
Yeah, but when I do it, I think really happy thoughts, fluffy white clouds and picnics.
You hate it.
It's a job, means to an end.
And what is the end? You wind up back inside, Dennis.
If I'd been caught for half the things I'd done, I'd still be in there staring at the walls.
You're staring at the walls now.
All the things I've done, Sharon. One count at GBH and a murder, and the rest of the time I was just helping old ladies across the street rescuing kittens from the tree. Shall I tell you the things I've done?
That's past.
It's never past.
But you wanted something different.
What I want is some kip.
Drinking yourself to sleep.
Go home.
What?
I want you to go, I want you to leave.
Why?
Because I can't stand having you here. Now go home. Play with the nightclub Daddy's making all better for you. The Wendy house for the special little princess when she's in her mid-30s.
Just stop it,
Stop
Dennis.
what?
Just stop.
Go home. I'm asking you.
No. You look like you did when I first met you.
Reverting to type.
I hate what you've done. I hate what you've seen, and I hate what's been done to you.
Ain't nothing been done to me. What's he said?
I mean about you being in danger.
But I'm not a man, I got away with it.
Did you? It's not how it sounds to me. And I know you said it was you and him, but it wasn't, was it?
No one else there.
Look, I know I said you should have just run, and I wish you had, but if you had, he'd only have gone after Phil, and Kate, and Lou, and Vicky, me. That's how Dalton worked. That's why Dad stayed away so long.
Don't stop making excuses. Stop pretending it's anything other than it is.
I'm not. I hate what you did, but there were reasons. You know, I don't think you're cold-blooded. I don't think you're any of the things I said, and I don't hate you.
Don't go forgiving me.
Don't tell me what to do.
I lied to you. I worked you. I used you. I wish you'd just go.
Why?
Because it's done.
And what made you say that, eh?
I said I'd never hit you. I punched you in the face.
You didn't know it was me.
Makes no odds still, did it?
What happened with you and Dad, Dennis? Why did you attack him? Dennis?
I don't remember.
Look, I know how he can be, I know.
I don't remember. I just got the red mist. I don't remember hearing anything, seeing anything. I don't remember anything.
I still want to be with you.
What, you're feeling sorry for me now?
No.
Think you can save me?
I love you.
You can't.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do. I've got a Dad to do that. I love you. And I know you've tried hard to make me not, but I do so tough. Deal with it. going to go and have a conversation with my father. Whatever happened between you two, I need to talk to him. I need to see him and let him know that I know the worst and that nothing has changed. Okay.
Sharon.
We can't. Yes, we can. What are you so scared of? Me? Well, I'm not. Come here, come here. You can't help your feelings.
No matter who gets hurt. I don't want this family to break up. I don't want Dennis to go away.
And he doesn't want to go, darling.
I just want things to go back to how they were.
And I wish we could too sometimes, believe me. Life would be a lot simpler.
But you can't.
No, Vicky, I can't. And neither can Dennis.
I just don't understand this. A couple of days ago, you were so sure that you and Dennis was over. What changed?
Things just have. And I'm sorry if this sounds hard, Vicky, but it really is take it or leave it time. Simple as that. Well, Vicky's coming round. Dot already has, and where she leads, the rest of the square usually follow. We just got to hang on in there.
You don't have to put on a big act for me. I know how much Den means to you.
He brought me up, of course it means a lot to me.
So it's got to do your head in being on such a collision course.
We're on a collision course because I've changed, and your dad hasn't quite got that yet.
Vicky said you'd already lost him once, that you couldn't do it again.
I can't lose you.
But he's not going to give up.
I do know Dennis, believe me. He just tried dangling a new club in front of me.
Well, at least he can offer you that. A club, a living.
Dennis, what is this? Vicky hasn't got you this much, has she?
It's not just Vicky.
Well, what then?
Well, look at me. You know, I'm camping out at Dots, I'm living on charity, I haven't even got a proper job.
Well, someone could turn up, baby.
I just had a phone call from Andy. It seems he wants me to be schlepping all over the country. I'm going to be working anywhere apart from here.
It's sudden, isn't it?
It's the last thing me and you need right now.
Here it is. You really think I don't know what you're playing at?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You conjure up a brand new club to try and turn my head. Get Andy to send Dennis away for months at a time. Tell me, Dad, what did you have to promise him for that, eh?
Always no son of mine.
And he's no part of this family, right?
Never has been, never will be.
In that case, there's nothing wrong with me moving in with him then, is there?
Oh, you can't be serious.
No, I can't. No. What are you doing here?
I would have asked, only Sharon didn't turn up till late. Don't worry, I kicked on the sofa. Wouldn't want you to think I was taking advantage or nothing.
Does this mean that her father's come round now?
She's walked out on him. We're going to check in at the B&B until we find a flat.
We've tried, Dot. And we keep on trying just to get Dad to shift even a little bit, but he won't. It's hopeless.
Well, it's going to make things a bit awkward round here, isn't it? Three of you bumping into each other.
Well, we're moving away. Making a fresh start.
Leaving the square? You can't. This is your home. Your family's here.
Well, I've got Dennis. That's what really matters.
Dennis. I've just picked up some details on a few flats. There's a lovely one down Epping Way. What? So?
Why'd you come back here?
What?
All those years ago, you'd left. Why did you come home?
Well, I don't know, because it is home, I suppose.
And this place in Epping, is this going to be home?
People make new homes all the time, Dennis.
Don't make new dads, though, do they?
Has Vicky been talking to you again?
No, it isn't just Vicky, it's Dot too, it's... You lost him once before.
What?
For years, and that was really hard for you. And now you're going to do the same all over again.
But it means I have you, so it's worth it. No, I'm not going to be dancing a jig when we leave, of course not, but if it's the only way we can be together...
And is it? I mean, right now, the way I see it, we got two choices. We can carry on with what we're doing, we can move out of here and tear this family into tiny little pieces. Or we can go back to what we were before. And that way we all of us get to stay together.
It's Dad, isn't it? It's not Vicky, he's the one that's been getting
That
at
is
you.
right, isn't it? I mean, I'm not missing
Dennis?
something. I want to be with you, Sharon.
That's all right then.
But I want to be with Vicky too. And yeah, I want to stay close to him and all. You know, I want to get to know him. I want to spend some time with him.
You backing out? You giving up on me?
Cross your heart, Sharon. Cross your heart and tell me you can walk away from the square, from your home, from your sister, from your dad.
It was always going to be a difficult choice, we knew this.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a choice. That's the point. You know, you can have it all. We can have it all. I mean, it's me that's been forcing you into making this into a choice. You know, me or him and me or Vicky, and I was wrong.
You are backing out, aren't you? You are giving up on me and you.
I'm not backing out on anything or giving up on anyone. I just don't see you being happy moving away from it.
And you? Would you be happy? Come on, Dennis, that's what this is really all about, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's about you just as much as it's
Would
about
you
me.
be happy?
No. Not now, no.
Not now. What's he said to you? What's he said, Dennis? Oh, just what you want to hear, right? He's playing you.
No.
He's messing with your head,
This
that's
is
all.
messing with my head! And it's all my fault, you know, I got it wrong.
What did you get wrong? What, me and you?
Not the way I feel about you, but just what that is.
I don't understand.
This is all new to me, Sharon. You know, caring about someone and being a part of something. And I've been all over the place since I got here, but I'm not anymore. You know, I know who I am. I know what I want.
And it's not me.
I want you.
But you want me like you want Vicky and Dad, like family? He's gonna do it, isn't he? He's gonna win.
This isn't about winning or losing. Vicky was right. This is about finding something and keeping it. And I want to keep it, Sharon. I really, really want to keep it. I don't want to be on the outside looking in anymore, and I don't want to take you...
Answer the question, Dennis. You want me like you want Vicky and Dad, like family. And you want that more than you want just me and you. Dennis!
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Where are you going?
To the B&B.
And what am I supposed to do?
Just go home, Sharon.
Do you want to sign this?
Yeah. You signed it from Dennis too?
Yeah.
Does that mean...
It's a card. It's just a card.
Sit down, tell us what you've been up to.
I'm sorry for barging in earlier.
I'll see you later. I was coming to talk to you about the flowers.
Don't worry, I was just leaving. I'll see you later.
I'm going out. He left this. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Do you really think we can do it? Be brother and sister?
I don't know anything anymore. Why are you here, Sharon?
It was really emotional at Pauline's today. Makes you realise how important family is.
Great. Well, I hope you enjoy them.
Come home. I want you to come home.
You're messing with me, right? But you must be. I blew it.
I love you. And love's love, right?
You mean properly? All of us.
All right? Well. You're back.
Yeah.
Come sit down, we're watching a film. Not over there, here.